Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's going to be another vlog style because I wanted to do a video topic that I've never done before, and it is talking about weight gain and being okay with gaining weight. As I'm going into a new season, I'm going into an off season, that means that I'm not going to be, shredded and that's okay. But I wanted to talk about it today because it is mentally hard. It is mentally hard, accepting a new version of your body. And I wanted to discuss it today because I know I'm not the only one who goes through it. Yesterday it kind of all hit me that I am really into this off season. I'm 3 weeks post show, and I wanted to do this video and just hopefully give reassurance to anybody else who is done competing, going into their off season, and, just talk about the mental effects, the physical effects, the pros, the cons, and what I'm doing to mentally preparing for accepting and loving this new version of myself. And the first thing that I do just want to say is that you are not designed to be in a calorie deficit for the rest of your life, and you are not designed to be incredibly lean all the time. So I wanted to talk about my current body stats and where I'm at, and I just kind of wanted to share like what's been going on, what's been happening. And so I've got some notes on my phone because I've kind of been journaling how I've been feeling, especially this last week, because I've really been feeling the difference of my on season versus off season pretty quick. And yes, I'm in a reverse diet, so my calories aren't, crazy high yet. It's been a slow reverse, but I'm also doing less cardio, and it's a completely different ball game, and I just want to talk about it today. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure to let me know in the comments down below. The first thing post show is that you need to recognize like what is water retention versus actual weight gain. And right after you do a show, you do have a big spike in weight, just based on like introducing new foods, reintroducing water. I talked about that in my last video. And so my show weight was, I'm pretty sure it was around like 125 pounds, give or take. 1 week after eating all the good foods and stuff like that, I think my top weight was like 137, and now it is back down and it is stable between 130 and 133 pounds. So average, I'm about 131, 132 pounds, which I'm very, very happy with. That's about 5-6 pounds above my stage weight. And I am okay with that. Like, that is a really, really good place. I'm pretty comfortable with it. And I feel really, really good. I think the interesting part that I want to talk most about is that when you are moving from an on season to an off season, things are gonna look different, things are gonna feel different, and it's just about recognizing and loving and appreciating this different version of yourself. One look is not more beautiful than another, they're just different. And I feel like especially as women and men too, we tend to associate a lot of our self-esteem based on how we look. And I'm the exact same way. I take a lot of pride looking the way that I look as I'm getting ready for the stage. I really, really enjoy it. But there is a flip side. There's a give and take with it. And so I want to talk about those pros and I want to talk about those cons with you today. The first thing I want to talk about is how you associate your mindset with different things. So for example, associating the feeling of being hungry, you affiliate it with positive things. Know that being hungry means that you are changing, and it's all a very positive thing. And so when you feel hungry, you know that you're on track with things, right? On the flip side, when you are not as hungry and you are feeling more full, like mentally it feels great, physically it feels great, but you also know that not feeling as hungry means that you're not going to have as, defined abs. And that is one thing that I actually experienced yesterday when I was at the gym, where I was just like, dang, I look softer, I don't look like as defined. And it's hard to see your body change, and it's in that transition of going from on season to an off season, is that you are going to look different, and you just have to learn to accept it. And I'm in the process of just like accepting like this new look. I created a list of things that have pros and cons with them. I hope that in ways it validates anybody who is going through the exact same things. And this not only applies to competing, it applies to anybody who is on a weight loss journey or just a fitness journey in general, because you are not designed to be in a calorie deficit for the rest of your life. So it is important to recognize that should be different seasons throughout the year with your training, regardless if you're a competitor or not. When you are training, when you are competing, like, you're used to seeing your measurements and your numbers shift downward. And when you're in an off season, you may not see your measurements shift at all. And so a lot of times when we're training, we want that satisfaction of like seeing the numbers go down or going down in our favor. When in an off season, it's actually really good to see your numbers like not shift at all, or if they're shifting up just slightly, that's actually a really, really positive thing, because the goal is not, you know, shifting downwards. And so the mindset is being okay with not seeing the numbers go down and actually being really okay with them, you know, remaining pretty steady. The second thing that I've been really thinking about is that I pride myself in doing hard things and really flexing discipline and having those correlate with, you know, getting leaner, having to switch my mindset of, okay, how can I maintain the same confidence and pride with being disciplined when it's not correlated with, you know, getting ready to go onto the stage. And so for me, it's still flexing discipline in tracking my food, in tracking my water, making sure I'm stretching before the gym. So I'm still flexing the same types of disciplines. The results are just different. In ways, I feel like flexing those disciplines in an off season are even harder because, you know, you're not seeing those numbers shift down. So it's a really, really interesting mindset shift. So let's talk about like going into the gym. I love going into the gym and just like being lean and like being jacked and just like looking different than everybody else. It's hard for me, it really is, but I just had to, you know, shift my mindset and just like knowing that, you know, yeah, I'm not looking as lean or there's not as many lines or, you know, whatever, but I have way more energy. It's again switching that mindset of, hey, I'm actually like a lot stronger and I have like so much more energy for my workouts. I'm doing less cardio, less intense cardio, and that's a pride thing too. Like, I love getting off the treadmill and just like being like super sweaty. And on the flip side, it's really nice to not have to have less energy and knowing that I have to exert so much. I can literally just enjoy my cardio and really enjoy conserving that energy to do other things throughout my day. So this one's actually really funny because it comes to how your clothes are fitting. When I am really lean and I am getting ready for the stage, my clothes get really baggy, they get really loose, they get really big, and in a way they just like, they fit funny. You know, I really love like putting on leggings and like having like some room in them, or putting on sweats and having some like room in the waistband. And you know, that feels really good because that's a sense of pride of like, ooh, you know, like my diet's working. But it can also be uncomfortable because, you know, my clothes are falling off and they're just like not, you know, staying in place. I'm constantly hiking them up. And so in an off season where I have put on a little bit of weight, you know, like I said, I've put on about five-ish pounds, it fills out most like in my waistline and right underneath my butt. And so I'm putting on leggings and yeah, like I'm filling out my clothes again, especially in the glute area, which is like, you know, really fun. But you know, I don't have as much room in my waistband. And you know, that can, you know, mentally be like, oh, dang it, like I have gained weight, like I can see it and I can feel it because it is in my clothes. But I'm also filling out my clothes better, which is, you know, really, really fun too. So I want to talk about all of the pros of being in an off season and being in a maintenance and having a slight calorie surplus. The first thing is more food and a variety of foods. Like right now, I'm doing some fun things on my Instagram. I'm doing reels of like trying holiday foods and just like trying different things. And it is so fun. It's so fun to have that liberty and to not have that mental stress of, you know, knowing that I have to sit out and I can't try things and and all that type of stuff. So that is a total pro, and I absolutely love it. Having less cardio, like that's really nice. It's really nice to not have to wake up and know that I've got to go do fasted cardio and then go back to the gym and do another cardio session. So literally scaling back to only doing cardio 30 minutes a few times a week at a low intense, it is really, really nice. And you know, with that comes way more energy. You know, when I wake up, like I can clean the house, and I love taking Apollo on walks, and I just have all this energy to do projects that I've set aside during my on season, because I just didn't have the energy to do it. Or when I've got friends that are like, hey, let's go do this, and I'm like, heck yes, because I have all this energy to go and play and do things. And so that's, you know, total pro, because in my on season, I, you know, say no quite a bit, where I'm just like, oh, I just don't have the energy to go. Like, I'd rather go to bed at 8:30 at night. So yeah, having that energy is absolutely awesome. The next one is my sleep is way better. Going to bed hungry makes it really, really hard to sleep. And so not having all of those hunger pains and joint pains going to bed, you know, it's really, really nice. It's really nice to be able to sleep and sleep well, and again, wake up with energy. The other one is getting your hormones back in balance. When you are in a calorie deficit for so long, your hormones do shift around. And so being in an off season with more calories, it is just important for hormone health in general. And so having that break for your body is just, it's really, really good for you. And I'm already feeling like really good. My moods are more stable, just already a total pro with, you know, eating more food and less cardio. I would say that the number one pro in being an off season is being able to mentally relax more. Just not overthinking every little thing. It's really nice to just be like, you know what, if today's not absolutely perfect, like it's gonna be okay, versus when you're in on season, it's just like there is no room for mistakes. And so I would just say, like, being able to not just have like the physical relaxation, but having the mental relaxation is really, really nice. Still flexing discipline, but not having to be like so intense about everything. It's just, it is really, really nice. So it is interesting because, you know, with Thanksgiving this week, if I would have qualified at my last show, I probably would have pushed to have gone to nationals, which would have been the first week in December. And, you know, I don't know if I was mentally ready to do that push yet. And so I really believe that everything happens for a reason. Overall, I'm feeling pretty good. It is an adjustment getting into the off season. And so I'm really excited to utilize this off season. So when I compete again, I'm gonna come back even better. So that's always the goal. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know if it helped. Make sure to like and subscribe. I really love doing these videos for you guys. I appreciate all the support. I hope you guys have a very, very happy holidays, and I will see you in the next video.